Hello parents, my name is Michelle Ellis. I'm the assistant principal over at Amity. I'm sure you'll see me around the building next year. I'm really excited to welcome your students to kindergarten next year. It's going to be a wonderful year. You'll soon find out that Amity is quite a special place. We have amazing teachers and wonderful kids. So up next, you'll meet our kindergarten teachers, and they're going to talk a little bit about our kindergarten programming. We're very, very fortunate to be able to have a full day kindergarten program, and I'm sure you'll soon find out that it'll be a great fit for your child.
Hi there, future Wildcats, and welcome to Amity Elementary. My name is Mrs. Daly, and I am the front office assistant at Amity Elementary School. Kindergarten registration is a big deal for many families. Whether this is your first child or your third child, we know that this is an exciting time and also a scary time as you look at your child growing up and going on to school. Our job here is to help make this as seamless a process as possible, although this year things will look a little different as we're doing this as an online process. Please know that we are here to help you, and my direct line is 513-936-6275. I'll kind of quarterback for you through the process as there's going to be many steps to follow. There will be new videos posted online that will step you through each and every segment of registration. But know that I am here to help with any questions or concerns that you have. Again, my name is Mrs. Daly. I work in the front office at Amity Elementary, and I can be reached at 513-936-6275. We welcome all of you to Amity Elementary, and we hope that you have a great experience with us. Thank you.
Hello, and welcome to Amity Kindergarten Families. My name is Amy McKnight, and I'm the school counselor at Amity Elementary. I have many roles at Amity and would like to introduce you to a few of them today. My main role for kindergarten is to help provide support for their social and emotional needs as they enter kindergarten. This is typically a big change for students and their families as they plan to spend all day at school. Setting up routines prior to the school year starting, such as going to bed and getting up at the same time every day, eating breakfast and getting dressed, will go a long way to helping them make the adjustment staying in school all day. Breakfast is served at Amity starting at 7:30 daily for those families that may be interested. Once you arrive to school, we ask that parents say goodbye at the doors of Amity and allow their child to walk into the building. This teaches them the independence they will need to be a successful learner. The kindergarten rooms are close to the front doors of the school, and I stand at the front doors daily to assist in making this a smooth transition. During the remainder of the year, the kindergarten teachers use the Second Step program to increase kids' school success by teaching them the skills for learning, such as paying attention, listening, and sitting still, as well as how to manage their emotions, solve problems, and make friends. I'm available for individual and small group support for students that could use further instruction in these important areas. We look forward to welcoming you and your child to Amity in the fall. If you have any further questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kristen Huseman, and I'm one of the kindergarten teachers here at Amity. I wanted to talk to you today a little bit about a typical kindergarten schedule. School does begin at 8 o'clock, and we have a large block of learning time in the morning in kindergarten. So we usually do a lot of our core instruction at that point. We do our language arts program, which involves phonics, reading, and writing. We also usually start our math program, which is a teacher doing a whole group lesson for about 20 minutes, and then the kids breaking off into workstations, where they're doing different games and activities and rotating to different stations to reinforce what we've taught. Our science and social studies program is embedded into our reading series, so that's also taught a lot throughout the day. We know kids need lots of hands-on activities, lots of moving, and so after we work for a little bit, we take lots of breaks. We do incorporate a 20-minute recess break in the morning. If it's nice, we take them outside. If not, we do that 20-minute movement in the classroom. We eat early in kindergarten. We eat about 10:50, and so we go down to the cafeteria. Kids get a half an hour for lunch, and then after lunch they have a half-hour recess. Again, the recess is outside if the weather permits, and if not, we bring them back to our classrooms for indoor recess. After lunch and recess, we usually will finish up our math program, any science or social studies, anything like that, any extra writing we want to do, and then we start our center time. Center time is a great time where kids are moving to different blocks and different centers in our classroom doing different activities, and this is a time the teachers can pull over small groups of kids to our reading table. We can do enrichment lessons, we can do some intervention lessons, and we have kids reading books at their level with us in small groups. We do have specials in the afternoon. Kids get one special a day, and it's a 40-minute special. In kindergarten, you get art, music, physical education, library, and technology. And so they will get to go to one of those specials each week. At the end of the day, we usually wrap up our day with our second step program. This is a program that teaches social emotional learning. We're teaching kids these life skills on how to deal with things that come up in their life. It helps them become a more successful learner in our classroom when they know how to handle those emotions and how to deal with difficult situations that arise. And as you can tell, kindergarten is a very busy day. It takes a few months for kids to get used to this schedule. We do recommend a consistent bedtime, especially at the very beginning of school throughout the year. Get to bed early, have a good breakfast in the morning. Oh, I forgot to mention one very important thing. We do have snack in the afternoon, and that is key, because that gets us through the end of the day. So we do have a snack in the afternoon, probably around 1 o'clock, that gets us until the end of the day. We are very excited to have your kids in our classrooms. We're looking forward to being partners in education with you, and we can't wait to meet you and your students. Thanks.
Hi everyone, I'm Mrs. Livingston, and I have been teaching in the district for over 27 years, and I love kindergarten. It's my favorite grade to teach, and I love to do all the fun things that we do in kindergarten. You know, there's lots of academics and there's lots of specials and things that we do, but something I'm going to talk to you about is our traditions. In kindergarten, we do a lot of different things as the year goes along. We have field trips. In October, we go to the pumpkin farm. It is a great day. We have hay rides and we get to pick out pumpkins and we get to learn how pumpkins are grown, plus other things at the pumpkin farm. And then we have another field trip at the end of the year where we go over to the high school, to Parker's, and see the longest running talent show in the Midwest. It's pretty cool. In October, we also have a Halloween party. But our party in kindergarten is not just a party, it's a carnival. And we ask our parents to come in and help us with the carnival. It's great fun, and we get to dress up. In December, we have the Polar Express party. And sometimes we have hot chocolate and we get to wear our pajamas to school. It's great. And let's see, in February we have a Valentine's party, and we do all kinds of things that whole day. And also in February is normally the 100th day of school, and on that day we bring in things that are 100. So like, you know, Legos, 100 Legos, 100 pennies, things like that. But we also do activities all day, like 100. So in the middle of the day, we might just say, stand up and do 100 jumping jacks, or say your name 100 times, or shake 100 people's hands. Super fun. We also celebrate St. Patrick's Day and any other holiday that comes up. But you know, there's some special days, like Grandparents' Day. And on Grandparents' Day, the grandparents get to come in and do fun things with us. And then we get to read to our grandparents. Normally, that's the same day as our big book fair in our school. So you get to go up to the book fair and buy special books. As the year goes along, we have quarterly rewards. So every quarter, we get to talk about some really special people in our class, and they get awards, and their parents get to come and see how fabulous they are. And throughout the year, we have PBIS awards. And those are awards where your class might be caught doing some great things, and they get these gold cards, and if you get a certain number of gold cards, your teacher gets to have a party for you. And one of my parties was we had a snowman party. We actually had a snowball fight in the classroom. It was super fun. Of course, we didn't use real snow, parents. Don't worry about that. And then we end our year with field day. And field day is a day where we get to go to the park and we get to do all these activities. But one of the things that I want you to know is every day in kindergarten is fun. There's always something fun to look forward to, whether it's learning or whether it's an activity. But we have lots of traditions in kindergarten here at Amity Elementary, and we can't wait for you to be a part of it.
Hello, Amity families. My name is Mrs. Jones, and I am one of the kindergarten teachers. Just here to chat with you for a few minutes about the academic expectations that we have for your child coming into kindergarten. The first thing that we ask is that your child is able to recognize all capital and lowercase letters of the alphabet. So you can start practicing that now with flashcards. Those can be made at home. The dollar store has them. It can even be as you're reading in a book and you stop and point to a letter, ask your child to tell you what that letter is. The next thing that we ask goes hand in hand with recognizing the letters. It's that your child is able to tell us the letter sound. So when you stop and point to that letter A, that your child can say, oh, that's an A, it makes the A sound, or A. It just really helps to start the school year off on a strong foot when they are able to recognize the capital and lowercase letters and tell what those letter sounds are. The next thing that we ask is that your child can count to 10. So this can be practiced with objects, it can be practiced just counting out loud, just that your child is able to start at 0 and count up to 10. The last thing that we ask is that your child can write his or her name on their own, using a capital letter at the beginning and lowercase letters for the rest of it. Just being able to do these things gives them such a great start to kindergarten. It puts them in great shape to become readers and to just really hit the ground running. So even if they don't know those things now, it's okay. Just spending a couple minutes a day practicing them, it will really, really help. So thank you for everything that you're doing now. We look so forward to meeting you all in the fall. Take care.
Hello, my name is Mrs. McGann, and I am one of the kindergarten teachers here at Amity Elementary. Mrs. Jones shared the academic expectations that we have for our incoming kindergartners. Now, I would like to take some time to share some other items that will help our students to be successful learners in kindergarten. Students should be able to follow multi-step directions. For example, in class, they will be asked to push in their chair, put their paper into their mailbox, and walk to the carpet. You can practice these skills by asking your child to put on their pajamas, brush their teeth, and pick out a bedtime story. Students should also be able to sit at the carpet and pay attention to a story or a lesson that is being taught. It is important that our students are able to sit at the carpet for a period of time and participate in discussions by raising their hands to take turns. Being able to listen and focus for short periods of time is important for all students to be able to learn. Students should also be able to follow directions from the teacher in order to do tasks independently. For example, the teacher will ask the students to unpack and pack their own belongings each day. Students need to be able to complete these tasks on their own. Students should be able to put on their jackets or coats and zip them up independently. This is a big deal if one teacher has to help 20 students zip up when trying to take a recess break. This is something you can start practicing now, so your student will be ready to complete this task when the weather gets cooler in the fall. There are no naps or rest breaks in kindergarten. If your child is still taking an afternoon nap, you should try to start phasing out that nap during the summer months. It is a long day at first, but the students adjust quickly to their new school day. An earlier bedtime may be needed and may also be welcome as your child transitions to a full day of kindergarten.
For our students who will be car riders, your child should be able to get into their booster seat and buckle independently. Our car rider pickup and drop-off line is quite long. It is important for parents to stay in the car, and teachers will bring the child to your car. If your child is able to get into their booster seat and buckle independently, it keeps the line moving and helps to keep everyone safe. These are all things you can practice at home over the next few months to help your child get ready for school. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to meeting with all of you very soon.